What's going on, everybody? It's Coach Reg, aka Mr. Intensity, and my job is to invoke thought and help awaken the world's consciousness one person at a time. Hopefully that person is you. This video here is going to make you change the way you think about the pig in general. First things first, let's get this right. So we grew up on a diet: bacon, eggs, pancakes, waffles, grits, all this stuff, but never ever questioned where it came from. The reason why is because somebody who gave it to us, we love and we trust. So we got into a mode of never questioning them. And then as kids, he's like, listen, why? And your mom or your dad, mostly your mom, says, because I said so. Well, so we got to the actual habit of never questioning certain things because those who we love have put us in situations where they also didn't know because they also didn't question it, and the cycle continues. Well, because everybody's starting to wake up, because through the spiritual you're starting to wake up, we're questioning a lot of things now. And a lot of things that we're taught, damn near are lies, and are not good for us at all, but also the opposite, bad for us, because it also came from our enslaver, which is why I get into pig. Now, pig comes from eating, I'll get into the origin, but the reason why we got into eating pig is the slave master used to give us the leftovers of the meat that we're not even supposed to eat. They're genetically engineered to eat that kind of stuff because their stomachs are more for that stuff, but we are more herbivores in a sense that we actually function better off of eating greens, not blood all the time, and not meat and dead flesh. That's not us. So when you talk about the pig, you're talking about an animal that eats feces, drinks urine, can eat spoiled food with no problem whatsoever. His whole entire genetic makeup is just trash. It's a walking garbage disposal, the worst kind of animal you can put into your body in the world. Now, any animal you put into your body is not good for you, especially when these times, when things are about to shift, you better up that frequency and get back to who you are. And the pig, in a sense, is the worst thing you possibly can fill your body with for many reasons. Now let's get into some reasons of why the pig is terrible. And you can't clean it, you can't change the genetic makeup, you can't do a damn thing. Now, there's been a dangerous microorganism that has been found in a pig, many other, that can cause diarrhea, fever, vomiting, sickness, and cramps. Now, my children went to their grandma's house not too long ago, and I keep on telling her not to give my children that shit. Because they don't care about them bodies, that don't mean you can give my kids stuff. Now, I'm not going to digress, but they ate this thing called sausage, this thing called bacon, both swine, and we'll get into the name of where that swine came from. But within one day, my oldest son threw up. He was sick for 2 days. 2 days later, my youngest son got a fever. Both of those things happen because when your body's clean, your body can also reject what's not for it, but it also has this sense and the knowledge of what's not for it. When you constantly put things into your body over and over and over again, your body's going to start to adapt and try to figure out how to live. Since you're giving it this bullshit, I got to figure out how I'm going to function optimally while you're giving me this bullshit. Okay? But it's not meant for you. Let's get that straight. Now, you people who are religious, let's get into it. Pastors, deacons. Well, when I grew up in church, everything that I went to when it comes to food had pork in it. And if you want to go religious, well, let's use the things from the Bible, Son book, that you also love. I'm not coming at your neck, but I'm just saying, listen, you got to wake up and understand that people who you think are in leadership don't even follow their own book that they're teaching you. So let's get into it. Deuteronomy 4:18 says, and the pig, because it parts the hoof, but does not chew the cud, is unclean for you. Their flesh you shall not eat, and their carcass you shall not touch. Leviticus 11:7, and the pig, because it parts the hoof, and is cloven-footed, and does not chew the cud, is unclean to you. It says it in the Bible. Okay? Now, there are things that are good, and there are things that are bad in the Bible. It was stolen from Kemet, all right? And it was translated and transformed by the European. Let's get that straight right now, all right? Which is why we're the only ones that have a God, or is made to worship a God that doesn't look like you when it comes down to it. Let's get that straight right here. Let's talk about something else with the pig. Now, in the religion of Malachi York, he claimed the 3rd dynasty ruler, Josiah, okay, is in a genetic experiment, used the dog, cat, rat to produce the pig. So the pig in itself is a walking hybrid. Now, in this book, the dog gives definition of the swine. Definition of a swine. Any various omnivores, even told, unregulates in the family of Sudae, including pigs, hogs, and boars, having a stout body, a thick skin, a short neck, and a movable snout. Okay? Now let's talk about it, right? The dog is an animal chosen because he possessed the nature of the jinn. The second animal was the rat. The third animal would have to be clean by nature and have wisdom, and this was the cat. Now, you want to know the actual animal that he actually did this with. It was the hyena, the muskrat, and the bobcat. All right, those are the actual animals they say they use. And the reason why I say they use it is because who you call Moses was going into the mountains of Caucasus. And when he went to the mountains of Caucasus, there was a bunch of dead shit, dead flesh, dead animals, dead everything, because you know what they love to eat. Dead shit, right? And you know we're Caucasian, Caucasian, okay? The Asian parts come from the Asian part of what they hybrid and made them. But anyway, I'm not gonna get into that. It's another video. But he needed the pig to create the pig to eat away all that stuff so he could even get into the mountains of Caucasus, which is why their sole job is to eat filth. They can chew through bone, all that stuff, okay? They can eat bone, all right? Point blank period. This is why in Mafia they feed you to the pig, because they eat you all up, all in the Hannibal Lecter. Did the same thing. They fed you to the pig, all that stuff. Now, these are 3 mixed natures that make up the pig. Those are combined the cat, rat, dog, and equals the swine. Now, the first breed that Zoser made up was the wild boar, but the wild boar, Abraham had no control over, for the wild boar did what it wanted to do and would belch you to death if you stood in his way, as they do to this day. So I want you to use your common sense right here, people. That shit eats shit. And when you sit here and you make these chitlins that come from the intestines of the very animal that has drunk urine, ate shit, eats spoiled stuff, in a sense, you were eating shit. Yes. And you like your ribs, you like your pork bacon, and you like all that stuff, you can go ahead. You can go ahead, but I'm going to tell you right now, vegetarians will outlive you. Point blank period. From any naturally will outlive you. Naturally, you won't live for a very long time. And even though you say, well, nothing's happened to me yet, wait. Something is going to happen. You might wait till you like 50. Maybe your body's a little stronger. But you can sit here and play this game if you want to, and be out with your friends if you want to, have barbecues all day, eating shit with souls if you want to. You're going to have just what you asked for. All right? A low frequency, not knowing what's going on, with your eyes wide the fuck shut. Get rid of it, especially the pig. All right? Get rid of it all, please, so you can raise your frequency and understand that your true power is within. You are already a God. You are a collective consciousness poured from one glass into individual shot glasses. How will you feed your shot glass? Besides that, this is Coach Reg, aka Mr. Intensity, and my job is to invoke thought and help awaken the world's consciousness one person at a time. Hopefully that person is you.